workhorse, road tripper, daily commuter, and family-friendly car. Who doesn't want a truck that can do it all? The Ram 1500 is one of the best that you can get, and we know trucks.
Edmunds drives, tests, and rates hundreds of cars each year. As trusted experts, we've teamed up with CarMax to help you make the best car buying decision.
The Ram 1500 is a full-size pickup, which is a step up in size and capability from midsize trucks like the Ford Ranger and the Toyota Tacoma. This Ram is part of the 5th generation that debuted in 2019, and it competes with some real heavyweights. You've got the sales king, the Ford F-150, the very capable Chevy Silverado, the luxurious GMC Sierra 1500, and the Toyota Tundra, which has a reputation for durability. The Ram 1500 comes in a bunch of different configurations, so let's do a quick rundown. Because finding the perfect truck is like finding the perfect combo plate of bed length, cab size, and engine. Like most trucks, you'll find regular and, of course, the very common short-length beds. This generation of the Ram comes in 2 cab configurations: the crew cab, which has tons of interior space, even in that back seat, and the quad cab, which has noticeably less rear passenger space. So the short answer is, look for a crew cab and you'll be very happy. Now, your biggest choice here is going to be the engine, and during the years of this generation, Ram really mixed it up, so you want to be careful that you know exactly what you're looking at. Now, there was a diesel if you're looking for a truck with maximum range and towing capacity, but only up until the 2023 model year. Most often, you'll find either the big V8 or the standard V6. Now, neither engine is a slouch, but in general, the V6 will be a bit cheaper up front and around town, while the V8 will haul your boat to the lake without a problem, but it's gonna get worse mileage. So now that we've covered all of that, I bet you want to know how much this thing costs, right? Well, for 2024, on average, a Ram 1500 is going to cost about $4,000 less than a Ford F-150, but $4,000 more than a Chevy Silverado. So this is a big, expensive truck. You're going to want it to have great reliability and crash test ratings. So reliability is an interesting one, and for this we use RepairPal. They are an independent reliability tracker, and their data gives the Ram 1500 a 3.5 out of 5 above average rating, and that makes it #1 among all full-size pickup trucks. But, just for context, the Ford F-150 also gets a 3.5 out of 5 rating, but the difference here is that the Ram is going to have, on average, less repair cost, less repair frequency, and there is a lower chance that those repairs are going to be severe. At Edmunds, we owned a 2019 model as part of the Edmunds 1-year road test fleet, and our experience was fine, although we did have 6 recalls performed. But looking through the consumer reviews, many of their experiences were not good, including a dashboard that started falling apart in the first few years of ownership, so your results may vary. Crash test results are harder to argue with. The Ram 1500 earned a Top Safety Pick Plus from the IIHS in 2019 and 2020, and a Top Safety Pick in 2021 and 2022. The Ford F-150 didn't even qualify in 2019 and 2020. The Ram also gets a 5-star overall rating from NHTSA. So the Ram is relatively affordable, and the data shows that it has good reliability and crash test scores, but what is it like to live with on the daily? We'll give you the reasons that you should pick or pass on it. So one of the things that we really appreciate about the Ram is just how comfortable it is. And that's because it's got a different rear suspension than the other trucks. It's got a coil spring setup as opposed to a leaf spring, if you want to get super truck nerdy about it. But the end result is that it is a much smoother ride than anything else we've tested. Driving the Ram on our test loop, the truck was smooth and steady on a bunch of different surfaces, but it's not just that they made the suspension really soft. In our years of testing experience, that usually can have the bad side effect of a vehicle that can feel too floaty, or it can lean and roll in a way that can make passengers feel carsick. Not in the Ram. This truck always feels planted and in control. And all that comfort and confidence feels even better if you get one of the versions of this truck that has the adjustable air suspension. The Ram is just really easy to drive. So the old school V8 was pretty popular. So that means that you've got more than enough grunt for towing, passing, and merging, but you can also get that super efficient diesel. But no matter what, you've just got more than enough power on tap with this Ram. I mean, put your foot on the accelerator, you got smooth acceleration and no jerky shifts. And Ram also tuned the brakes really well because they feel firm and powerful, but still really easy to modulate and come to a smooth stop. I mean, seriously, no truck in the segment feels as good from behind the wheel as the Ram. So we love how roomy and comfortable the interior is. There is a ton of space. I mean, yes, up here, up front, but it becomes really noticeable if you head into the back. In fact, there is more room back there than in any other truck that we've tested, to say nothing of the SUVs and a sedan. Headroom, legroom, shoulder room, you can have it all here. It's super easy to fit 3 across. So if you say want to go on a road trip and you want your rear seat passengers to be comfortable, it's pretty tough to beat the 1500. But it's not just that there's a bunch of space. One thing that we really appreciate here is how easy it is to get in and out. The Ram has huge, wide door openings, and there are big, well-positioned grab handles so you can just pull yourself on up. The big door openings also mean it's easy to get a child seat into the back, and since there's so much legroom, you can easily get a rear-facing child seat back here without making the driver or passenger scoot their seats up. You can, of course, get 3 car seats across no problem, but you can also offset them for maximum flexibility. And in both rows, the seats themselves are pretty comfortable. Up front, they're shaped and padded well for both comfort and support. And we took the Edmunds 1-year road test truck on plenty of long journeys, and we were able to drive for hours at a time without any issues. The rear bench is cushy too, and higher trims even let you recline. So the Ram's got room for a ton of people, but what about their stuff? Now, I know what you're thinking. It's a big old truck. It's got a big old bed, and that is true. But the Ram's got a few other party tricks. First of all, bed lighting is standard, and you can also get optional movable tie downs as well as a movable cargo fence. And we've been seeing a lot of multifunctional tailgates. The Ram's is a 60-40 split, so you can either open it like a barn door and have a little bit easier access to the bed, or it can open hinged from the bottom like a traditional truck. But one of Edmunds' editors' favorite features here are these Ram boxes on the side. These are some awesome integrated lockable storage on either side that we've used in the past for like muddy boots or smaller items like tools that we want to keep safe and not bouncing around in the bed. They even have drain plugs at the bottom, so if you want, you could use one as a cooler. Makes them easier to clean out too. The downside is that they'll eat into your cargo capacity just a little bit. But the storage solutions aren't limited to the bed. In the back, you get these decent-sized bins if you fold up the rear bench, and up front, this huge center console bin that's actually configurable. So you can slide this bit forward to have easy access to the cup holders, or you can slide it all the way back and put your bag right here in the center. No other truck that we've tested has this kind of flexibility. We love the fact that you've got a nice secure place here for your cell phone, and it doubles as a wireless charger. There is not 1, but 2 glove boxes, and the door pockets in both the front and the rear can hold a 40-ounce water bottle. Yo, there is a ton of space in here. Now, Edmunds editors have had very few criticisms about the Ram 1500. It's been one of our favorite pickup trucks for years. However, no truck is perfect. One thing we noticed, during the time we spent with our 1-year road test Ram, materials that seemed premium at first glance showed subpar build quality in the long run, with some parts failing and squeaks and rattles popping up over our ownership. We see owners reporting similar issues in the owner reviews sections on our site, and these are likely to get worse over time with used trucks. That's a major concern. And then there's the tech. Now, Ram's big vertical-oriented screen was pretty impressive when it came out in 2019, and it is competitively sized, and it's a good-looking display. The problem is that we've seen a lot of other touchscreens and other trucks, and compared to those, this just seems kind of slow and laggy. Plus, it's so big, it takes up so much real estate, there's not a lot of space left over for physical buttons. It's been like 100 billion degrees today, and all I've wanted are my ventilated seats, and every time I get in the truck, it takes forever for that screen to come up, and it's like, so frustrating. So the Ram 1500 is a big, capable, comfortable pickup truck with good crash test ratings, but it has slightly dated technology and less than durable interior materials. But is it the right full-size pickup truck for you, or is there something better else out there? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you next time.